This is Dharma Yoga, and this is early morning. This is an early morning live stream. So hopefully this will work out okay. And yeah, so as always, please practice according to your conditions, and please respect your limitations. As always, this practice is an offering. So practice in a way that is mindful. That does not bring you to a place of pain or suffering or anxiety or distress. Remember, how you're feeling is to an extent affecting everybody. So practice in a way that will deliver the best experience possible. So let's begin. Come seated. Close the eyes. Bring the attention inward. Possible. Nothing to do. Nothing to seek. Everything we need is already within. Eyes. Bring the attention in the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine you becoming one with all beings. Eyes. Imagine you becoming one with all beings. Eyes. Mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we always have a strong desire for liberation from pain and suffering, and may we cherish no ill feelings against each other. Only peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. No ill feelings against the mantra for purification, to purify the space, the grounds, and all the psychic channels within. If you know it, then you can do it along with me. If not, just imagine you're singing it through the voice of the Guru, and you derive all the benefits as though you're chanting it perfectly. If you know it, Pavitra va sawa vashtanga topi va yaha smaripandrikaksham savaya yantrahas jiva. Om pavitraha pavitra va sawa vashtanga topi va yaha smaripandrikaksham savaya yantrahas jiva. Om pavitraha pavitra va sawa vashtanga topi va yaha smaripandrikaksham savaya bhihantrahas jihi. Sawa vashtanga topi va. Going to bhihantrahas. So now let's do some breathing techniques. Start off with pure fire pranayama. Imagine being purified from the inside out. All purifying effects going all the way up to the body, right up to the crown. On the exhale, imagine all the impurities leaving out with the breath. Left hand in Yana Mudra, second finger and thumb connected, other 3 fingers extended on the left knee, right hand, Vishnu Mudra, second, third fingers fold down. You turn the palm towards you, and the thumb is for the right nostril, the right ring finger for the left nostril. This is the mudra that we use for pranayama. It's no longer the Vishnu mudra here. So we're just going to imagine, we're doing calming breathing, no breath retention. So as you inhale, imagine the breath going down to the root of the spine. Exhale, imagine the breath moving back up. So you're constantly watching the motion of the breath. And this is what keeps the attention fixed. And meditation is essentially concentration without interruption. So it's preparing you for that meditation practice. Okay, so let's begin. Remember the purifier, I'm doing purifier pranayama, so I'm sorry. I apologize. So the technique is 4 counts for the inhale. You raise the chest as you inhale. You hold the breath. You plug both sides of the nose with the thumb and the ring finger again. You contract the root muscles, pulling up towards the navel. Imagine you're lifting pelvic floor up. That's a root lock for the throat lock. You bring the chin down on the chest, and you bring the tongue through the mouth behind the teeth. So that's the throat lock. You're tightening up the muscles in the throat. And the reason why you bring the chest up is so that when you bring your chin down, you don't hunch your back. You want to keep your back straight. The attention's at the space between your eyebrows. On the exhale, you're breathing out through the left side. So you try to coordinate it. That's 8 counts so that you breathe out and you're completely empty by the 8th count. So we'll do it 5 times. Sitting tall and straight. Exhale, completely empty the lungs. Inhale now through both nostrils. 2, 3, raise the chest. 4, hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, apply the throat to root lock. 6, 7, 8, attention at the space between the eyebrows. 10, 11, 12. Exhale out to the left side. 2, 3, 4, release the locks. 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale again. 3, 4, hold the breath. Third eye attention, apply the throat to the root lock. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale again, push all the air out of the lungs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale again. 3, 4, hold the breath, third eye attention. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale out to the left side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. Inhale. Hold the breath for 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale out to the left side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time. Inhale. 4, hold the breath. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time. Inhale. Exhale out to the left side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Conclude. Out to the left. The most important and main purifier is ahimsa, the first of the ethical rules. And from all those out from the ahimsa, all the other ethical rules stem. So that's the main purifier. It cleans up the spiritual behavior, the spiritual comportment, and through that cleaning up the behavior, we cultivate more compassion. And through the compassion, we eventually can exercise unconditional love and feel unconditional love towards all beings. So the next one, spiritual breathing to establish a deeper connection with the divine essence within that is equally present in all beings. So bring the arms up over the head, the palms slightly turned up. Inhale from the fingertips down through the arms into the spiritual heart. 2, 3, 4. Feel the best coming in. 2, 7, 8. Holding it all in the spiritual heart. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out through the arms, just the breath. 2, 3, 4. Everything pulled in stays in. 6, 7, 8. Inhale again. Feel yourself being flooded by the best, all coming in through the arms. Bring it right to the spiritual heart, and then hold it there as an offering for God who resides there. Exhale out through the arms again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, use your attention to attract everything you need down the spiritual heart. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding at the heart, hold the breath. Exhale out to the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release, bring hands down. Exhale out to the arms. Just take a moment to just think about the intention of the practice, to offer up the practice. Renounce all the fruits. Dedicate them to all beings everywhere. Think of this as your divine obligation. And now, let's celebrate all the forms. Imitate them, copy the forms on all levels, mentally, physically, and spiritually, in order to see the God present in all beings. So now let's come to standing. Spiritually. Okay, so we're going to begin with a few exercises, some kriyas, some purifying exercises in order to generate heat, and then through the heat you expel all the toxins from the body. You expel as many impurities as possible. So do the exercises with enthusiasm and do the breathing with vigor in order to get the full extent of the benefits. So we're going to start off now by, I should do it this way, so take a deep breath in here, exhale, bend down, empty lungs, hands on the knees, and I'll start to pump the belly in and hold the breath in. Take a deep breath in here, exhale, bend down, empty lungs, hands on the knees, and I'll start to pump the belly in and hold the breath in. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, bend down. Keep holding the breath out. Pull the pelvic floor up and in. Take a deep breath in here. And exhale, coming back up. Breathe in. Breathe out. We'll do it one more time. Imagine as you're pumping the belly button in and out that you're shaking all the impurities out of the organs. Feel them just dropping out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come down again. Hold the breath out as you do it. Try to do it at least 50 times. Just feel them just dropping out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, come down again. Hold the breath out as you do it. Try to do it at least 50 times. Just feel them just dropping out. Take a deep breath in. Hold the breath out. Chin on the chest. And release. Come up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, so now I'm going to come back. And the exercise is moving all the joints in every which way possible. Start with the head, hands on the hips, and then circle the head around. Loosen up the neck. Joints in every which way possible. Start with the head. Try to see the floor in all directions, no matter where the head is in its rotation. Joints in every which way possible. Now, sweep the arms up. Exhale down. Sweep the arms up. Inhale straight up. Exhale. Pull down. Now flex the body. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull in. And release. Arm swings back and forth. And then as we conclude, arms across the chest on the inhale. And then exhale, throw them back. Alternate the cross each time the arms come across the chest. And release. Now go up with the arms on the inhale, Exhale, swing the body down. Swing the body down. And then just stay down for a moment to allow the body stop shaking and bouncing. Then roll your way up. Now arms up over the head, inhale. Exhale, drop down into squat. If you can't go down all the way, just come down as far as your knees allow you to. Be mindful again of your joints. And then back up. Elbows out to the side, twist from side to side. Exhale as you complete the twist on each side. To the center. Next one. 4 movements. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, swing down. Next one. Arms in front of the body, side to the shoulders. Inhale, circle around to the front. Exhale, pull in and punch right back out. Feel as though the arms are spring-loaded. And then the next one, same movement, but you're going circle and a quarter. The arms start at the sides of the body. Inhale, circle around to the front. Exhale, pull in and drop the arms down. And then release. Now open up the feet a little bit wider, going from side to side now. Left arm up, inhale. Bend to the right, right arm up, inhale. Bend to the left. And then release. Next one, same movement, but the breathing's a little bit different. Left arm up, inhale, bend to the right, hold the breath. And then back up on the exhale, right arm up, inhale, go to the left. To the right, hold the breath. And then return. Keep going. Arm up, inhale, go to the left. To the right, hold the breath, and then return. So you have weights attached to all the fingertips, allowing you to sink a little bit deeper into the bend. Try to move in a way that doesn't incur wrinkles in the side body, the underside of the waist. Try to move in a way that doesn't incur wrinkles in the side body, the underside. Imagine all beings experiencing this through your body. Beings experiencing this through your body in a way that delivers again the best experience possible. Again, the best experience possible. Again, the best experience possible. Feel the stretch of the foot all the way to the fingertips. Again, the best experience possible. One more on each each side. Allow the breath to expand the body the same way that the wrist of the teacher, the instruction of the teacher expands the mind. Okay, so now we're coming into cat-cow. Coming onto the hands and knees. So just really working the core muscles here in order to fire them up. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, push the heart and belly down. Exhale, roll them up through the back body. Inhale. Exhale. 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 Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to neutral back. So next one, we're going to raise your right leg up. Inhale and then swing out to the right. This works your back. Feels a little like we're a big pendulum. This works your back. Feels a little like we're a big pendulum. Left leg up, inhale, and then swing it out to your left. This works your back. Feels a little like we're a big pendulum. Left leg up, inhale, and then swing it out to your left. This works your back. Feels a little like we're a big pendulum. And then release. Now we're going to come onto the belly now, working out the back muscles. So you want to anchor down through the lower body, the hips, the thighs, and the tops of the feet. Join hands together, and you really want to squeeze the heels of your palms together as you're coming up. Squeeze the buttocks together and engage the upper back muscles as well. Inhale up. Exhale down. Up. 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 And down. And release. Breathe in. And breathe out. Drop all the fatigue out of the body. Next one. We're going to come back into table and the seat all the way back behind the heels. Inhale, roll up into high cat. Exhale, drop the hips between the hands, chest forward, head back. Inhale, back up into high cat. Exhale, the seat all the way back. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, coil coming forward. Back up, inhale. Exhale, back. Inhale, rolling up, moving in a way that doesn't create any kinks in the lower back or the back of the neck. And back up, inhale. Exhale, drop back. Inhale, forward. Exhale. Try to imagine you can see right through the skin. The spine moving, that curve always remaining smooth so you don't break the flow of energy. and move in a way that is graceful as well, so that you can continue that easy flow of prana, the vital force through the body. And forward. Back up, inhale. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale. Use your imagination to create visualizations for yourself. That'll help you move more fluidly up, like a big wave from the ocean coming up, reaching its full height, then starting to diminish and crest. Exhale, disappearing back in the water. Inhale up. And forward, telescope the neck out of the shoulders and trunk out of the hips. Back up, inhale. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. No jerky motions. Exhale. This can be powerful at the same time. Up and back. Inhale, rolling up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back up. Exhale, back. And one more time, inhale up. And forward. Up. And back. Rest in child's pose again. Breathe in. And breathe out. Remove all fatigue. Try to learn to relax instantaneously. Drop all the tension out of the muscles, let go of all effort. So next one, we're going to glide into cobra. So there's two different entry methods depending on your condition, your abilities. You can just glide forward on your belly and inhale. Hold the breath, hold the pose. Bhujangasana, cobra. Imagine you're the serpent. And then exhale all the way back. If that's too much, you can come up into baby plank. Drop hips to your hands and then take your head back. Hold the breath again, hold the pose. Make sure you don't lose your neck. Extend the neck out of the shoulders. And back, exhale. Come forward. Blessed are those who can copy the form physically. Hold the breath, hold the pose. Imagine having that boundless range of motion of the serpent. And back, exhale. Come forward again. Twice blessed are those that can imitate the form mentally. Think of the cobra, the serpent's quality being regal and wise. And back, exhale. Infinitely times blessed are those that can imitate the form spiritually. Come up, tap into all the divine qualities. It's the way that God manifests in his physical world, all the traits reflected in all the beings. And back, exhale. Inhale, come forward again. Hold the arms as though you're trying to tug the floor towards you to propel yourself forward with more power and ease. And back, exhale. Again, coming forward, gliding. Brushing your nose to the ground, creeping like a snake through the grass. And exhale. And again. Hold the breath, hold the pose. Be fierce and fearless like the serpent. And exhale. This time, if you like, open up your legs a bit, come into King Cobra. As you come up, press into your fingertips. Bend the knees, bring your feet up towards the head. Imagine you squeezing socks behind the knees. Open up your legs a bit. Exhale. Even if you can't touch your head, just try your best. Work all the joints. This one's a nice pose. It works several different joints, different systems at the same time. And just try your best. Work all the joints. Condition. Come forward again. Get your hips anchored down, but from the tops of the legs all the way up, everything is back. And stay on your fingertips will even give you more height and more power to come up. Lots of power in the fingertips. Point the toes. Imagine you're stretching the feet as well. And back, exhale. Inhale. Come up, hold the breath, hold the pose. Well, and back, exhale. Back. You have to visualize yourself in the form. Imagine yourself being the snake, being in your body, tap into the consciousness, all the divine qualities again. And back, exhale. One last time. Make it the best one yet. It's not the result that's important, it's the effort. Hold the breath, hold the pose. Exhale. One last time. Make it the best. Constant effort and angry determination, perhaps the body will arrive at some point. And then coming back up. Okay, so let's flip onto the back now. Now, arms up both heads, stretch out the legs. Exhale, come into tuck. Shoulders to the knees, chin between the knees. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tuck again. Powerful movements. Inhale, elongate. Exhale, pull in. Inhale. Exhale. All the muscles coming together, all body parts meeting in the middle. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, same movement, but together breathing's better. Hold the breath, come into tuck. Everything stops. Try to bring your attention to the space between your eyebrows. If you can, press the forehead right against your hands. Release, exhale. Inhale, extend. Hold the breath and tuck. Peel the shoulders up off the mat. Get them to meet the knees. Squeeze the outside of the legs with the elbows and bring your hands in front of the head. One fist in front of the other if you need to. And release. And don't worry if you can't touch your forehead to your hands. Just do your best. Hold the breath and tuck. Make your body look like a fist. Release. Don't worry if you can't touch. Inhale. And tuck. Make your body look like a fist. Break the pose. Inhale. And hold the pose. Hold the breath. Make your body release. Inhale. And tuck. Everything stops. All of my fluctuations of body movements and emotions as though they're frozen. Release, exhale. Inhale. Lengthen. Tuck, squeeze as tight as you can. Make yourself as compact as possible. Break the pose. One last time. Inhale. And tuck. And break the pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel all the tension, all the effort dropping right out of the body. Imagine you just fainted. Good. Now rock and roll a few times. If you can, bring your arms over the head and bring your feet all the way back behind your head. And then bring your feet down. When the feet come down, lift up to seated and pull your body forward. If you can't sit up with your feet down, just use the momentum of the legs coming down to sit up. So just do again according to your abilities a few times. Try to move gracefully, no jerks, no hard, fast, heavy landings on the ground. Always smooth, moving at the same speed. Be the witness, watch your belly moving all by itself. And we'll do one more after this one. Your belly moving all by itself. Nice one when you come back. Get ready to step. So as your legs are coming down, bend your knees, plant your feet, and come right up to standing. Good, so we'll continue now with sun salutation. And come right up to standing. Good, so we'll continue. So now, let's come to the front of the mat. Remember to renounce all the fruits of the practice. Imagine that this is again your divine duty to all beings. Imagine you're moving with all yogis all together to deliver benefits to all beings. Surya Namaskara. Raise your arms up over the head, arch back as you see fit. Fold forward, body down on the legs, right foot back, sink down through the seat. Come into high plank, lower down the knees, the seat all the way back behind the heels. And glide forward into the cobra. Take the head back, shoulders back. Roll your toes back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Soften the line of the back. Then the right foot steps forward. Drop down to the seat. Feet together, Uttanasana. Pull the body against the legs, head down. Come all the way up to standing. Arch back. Engage the buttocks and upper back to support your movement. Hands back to the heart. Raise your arms up again over the head. Stretch. Fold forward. Fold the body in half. Left foot back. Into the plank. Bring the knees down. The seat all the way back again. Glide forward between the arms. Roll the shoulders back. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the seat. The head comes down below the arms. Left foot forward. Feet together, Uttanasana, bow to the legs, a gesture of deep humility. Come up to standing, reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Think of the intention that each posture is saying. Open yourself up to divine grace and surrendering to divine service. Fold the body down in with a gesture of humbleness. Right foot back, lower down the knee. It's the plank. The knees down, the seat all the way back. This time you come forward, your hips come between your hands, push the hips and knees away from the ground, press on the tops of the feet, upward facing dog, charge the legs. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, bring the seat all the way back. Then the right foot steps forward, feet together, bow to the legs. Come up, hands back to the heart. All the movements connected together seamlessly like you're doing a divine dance of devotion. Pull the body down onto your legs. Left foot back. Into the plank. The knees down, the seats back. Come forward again. Pick up the hips and the knees as you come. As your hips come between your hands. Arch the back. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Soften the line of the back again. Left foot forward. Feet come together. Uttanasana. Come right up to standing. Be the witness. Watch the body moving all by itself. Hands back to the heart. Watch the mind reactions. Watch the emotions without any concern as to what's passing, what's happening. Without judgment. Always stay without judgment. Right foot back. This time I should keep the back knee up. Into the plank. Now lower down in Chaturanga. Body floating above the ground. Or you can come all the way down if you need to. And right to Cobra or upward facing dog. So here, bend the toes under, and then push through the base of the toes, pulse a little bit. Make as though you're trying to fold the body in half. Make like a dog howling at the moon. Extend the neck out of the shoulders. Now push in with your toes, lift your seat, downward facing dog. Pulse here again, trying to get your belly towards the thighs. Try to avoid bending the arms. But sink your heart right down. If you're very flexible, you might be able to get your forehead down. If you're more flexible, make the nose and the chin eventually come down. Look like a dog stretching its back. Now, right foot forward. Keep the back knee lifted again, charge the back leg. And move feet together, Uttanasana. Come right up to standing, arch back. And then coming back home. Raise your arms up. Fold the body down in half. Left foot back. Back knee lifted, and then into the high plank. Lower down into chaturanga, hovering just above the ground, or right on the belly. Right through into upward facing dog, roll over your toes. Now here, transition between upward and downward. So as you're making your downward, making way, round your back, and then back into downward facing dog, melt the hearts. Inhale, come forward again immediately. Do it up to 3 times. You can even just do it once if that's all you can manage. And back the other way. Round your back, imagine you're trying to push your heart right between your shoulder blades, and then down towards the earth. Come forward again, one more time. Roll over your toes. Hips come between your hands, uncoiling gracefully. Charge the leg, get the knees and hips up off the ground. Back the other way, press into your knuckles and toes and roll all the way back. Heels come down, downward facing dog. Stay here for a moment. Exhibit that beautiful quality of the dog, the loyalty to its master. And then, let's see, the left foot forward, back knee lifted, and feet come together. Uttanasana. Come right to standing, reach up and back. And come back home, hands to the heart. Let's do one more variation. Raise your arms up, arch back. Bury your mind deep in the heart, watch the body move with even more grace in saying this. Bend your knees as you're coming down. Push your body into your legs and send your hands over the head. If you're flexible, try to get your seat over the heels, the legs perfectly straight. If your biceps detach from the legs, just bend your knees. Keep your knees a little bit bent. Head coming towards the feet. Now from here, look forward, bring weight onto your left foot, hold the breath. Right foot back. Lower down the knee, flatten out the toes. Right into Kapiyasana from here. Bring your arms up and back. Stretch the arms back behind the head. And then come right back down. Hands down, press into your hands. Swing the left leg all the way up and back. Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now come forward into high plank. If you need to, you can lower the right knee down and then pull the elbows into towards the body. Push through with your toes, lower your chest down. And then come right through into upward facing dog. Roll over your toes, back into downward facing dog. Modify as you need to. The right leg comes up, Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. Look between your hands, send the shoulders forward over the fingertips. You can land the foot softly, not making a sound. Lower the knee, flatten out the toes, Kapiyasana again. Bring your arms up, and then pull them back. Try to not to bend the elbows, the arms at the elbows. Reach back. And then from here, coming forward again. Push your weight into your front thighs, swing your arms back, try not to touch your fingers to the ground. Hold your breath and bring the left foot in to meet the right. Uttanasana, fold the body right in half. Again, a gesture of humility here. And then come all the way up. Reach up over the head, arch back. Hands back to the heart. Raise your arms up. Right into the next one. Come forward, bend your knees, land your belly on your thighs, and then push your legs all the way back with your body. Hands come in front of your head perhaps, or over your head. And from here, hold your breath. Bring your weight onto your right legs. You can bring the left foot back more easily. Right into Kapiyasana again. Pull the arms up. Imagine taking the torso for the belly, hips. Arch back as you see fit. And then coming back down. Hands plant down. If you can, swing the right leg all the way up and back into Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. If it's too much, just stay in plank. And come into high plank. Bring the elbows in towards the sides of the body. Push through with your toes. Lower the chest down. Again, if you need to, lower the knee as the chest is coming down. Right through into upward facing dog or cobra. And back into downward facing dog. Now raise the left leg up, Ekapada. Step the foot between your hands again softly. Back knee down, flatten out the toes. Right up again into Kapiyasana. Pull the arms way back behind your head. And then coming forward again, Land your belly on your thighs. Join your hands behind the back. Hold your breath and bring the right foot into meet the left. Uttanasana. Try to get your belly, your chest to go beyond the knees. Your belly pressing against the thighs. Come right up to standing. Reach up over the head. And then come back home. Pranamasana. Always coming back to the source of divine love. From the heart, inhale up all the love from the heart into the crown. Hold the breath there. Imagine the love going out to all beings everywhere, just like the sun that shines down on everything and everyone equally. Exhale back down to the heart. Continue to hold all beings in your heart equally with equal love. And release. So now let's continue with some standing poses here. So standing on your left foot first, pick up the right foot, hold the inside of the heel if you can, coming to ballet pose. Bring the foot out to the side, the fingers and toes on the same line. If you're having trouble straightening up the leg, you can hold the hand underneath the knee. If you're having trouble bouncing, you can stand with your back against the wall. More flexible, take the foot up higher. Close to the shoulder, lean a little bit to your left again so the fingers and toes stay the same height. If you flex your foot, it also helps with balance. Take the foot up higher. Close to the shoulder, lean a little bit to your left against the air. Bring the foot in, right into your tree pose. You can either place a foot against the inseam of the thigh. If you have a lotus, your knee can come to the shoulder and you turn the sole of the foot up. You can keep holding onto your foot with your left hand and reach around the back with the right hand, hold the elbow. More flexible, you can lean forward and you can use your left hand to guide your hand to the foot. And then bring your hand in Jnana Mudra, your left hand. Otherwise, you can bring your hands both to the heart. And you can even extend one or both arms up, depending which pose you're doing. Take your gaze up if you find a balance. Be like a tree, always moving upwards, always going upwards towards the sun. Good. Now from here, release. Down. Try it on the other side now. Anchor down through that right foot firmly. Now just try to embody all the qualities of a dancer. Grace, the poise, the magnificence. Take the left foot by the heel, inside, and come up again. So if you might have your fingers and toes at the same height as the shoulders, or again, higher up. Take the modifications as you see fit. Up again, so if you're height of the shoulders or up, take the modifications as you see fit. Unconcerned, unjudging, just do your best again. And then from here, you can again take your lotus by bringing your knee up to the shoulder, take hold of the foot and guiding it to the top of the right hip crease and try to push the knee down, or you just stay in the conventional tree. Just as long as the foot's not against the knee joint, either below or above, or maybe not on the ground, you're having trouble holding, keeping a balance. You can have your hands to the heart and come all the way up, or again, you can do the bind if you like. If you can reach around, take your hand to the foot, and come up, or hold just the upper arm right near the elbow. Stretch up. The foot and come up, or hold just the upper arm right near the elbow. From here, bring the foot back down. So we'll try another one. Moving to the back of the mat. Step your left foot forward and then reach down your left hand. Take the right leg up. Ardha Chandrasana. Turn your body to your right and raise your right arm up. If you need, you can bring your left hand on the block. If it's too much, you can lower down on your left knee. So you just try to find a position where it becomes accessible to you. Okay, so you can do it from there. Stay on your fingertips and make sure your hand's not too close to the foot if you're doing this pose. So your hand's about at least 14 to 16 inches away. If you want, you can take the foot in towards the seat, bend your left knee as you're taking the foot, it might be easier, and then push the foot up and away from your body. Open up your chest. Pull on the foot to get it higher. And then push the foot up and away from your body. And from here, looking forward and release the foot. So turn forward, and then you can either keep your fingers on the ground, arch the back, or bring arms out to the side like a great eagle. Imagine you're soaring from a great height at great speed. Visualize the eagle in your mind. Realize the image with your body as best as you can. Soaring pose. Bring the right foot back down. Just ragdoll. Make like a ragdoll. Throw all the fatigue out of the body. Head heavy. Then roll your way up and try it on the other side now. So move to the back of the mat. Bring the right foot forward, bend down, bend the right knee. Bring the right hand, slide it forward. Again, a good distance from the foot so that your body can stay long, so you don't hunch too much or you don't fold at the waist. And actually we'll start off with like the regular Avichindrasana. Point the left toes. Open up again. You can come down to your knee if you need to. You can stay in the form like this, or bend your right knee if you need to. Look down the front hand. Take the foot while it's close, the ankle while it's close to your seat, and then push the foot up. Pull with your leg. This gets the knee higher. Make like you're doing a bow pose. Foot up. Pull with your leg. Heel in toward the seat, so you can extend the leg gracefully. Looking forward and down. The fingertips can stay on the ground. Arch the back. And then, if you can, hold your breath. Bring your arms out to the side. Try to get your leg, your foot higher than the head. Bring your arms out to the side. Pose. Bring the left foot down and soften. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then come up. Okay, so just have to. Okay, so now coming back. Standing in the middle of the mat, facing on the long edge of the mat. Just fix. Okay, so now from here, stand in the middle of the mat, fingers in line with the elbows. Jump your feet apart. Turn to your left. Come down nice and low. Try to work the hips a little bit. Put some effort into the poses. When the guru, when the teacher senses that their students are dedicated, enthusiastic, they're more inclined to share the knowledge. Just always have that goal of having that deep thirst for the knowledge. And do what you can to earn it. Now bring the back knee down. Flatten out the toes, right into Kapiyasana again. Pull the arms above the hips, or the body above the hips, and then rock the shoulders back and forth. Try to get your arms back. Imagine your index fingers going over the toes. Good. If you have a good back arch, your shoulders are open, you might be able to eventually take hold of the foot. Bring your hands down, and maybe the foot will find the head again. This is working according to your condition and your abilities. This is for those who are flexible. If you find a balance, you can even bring your hands up again. This work. And then bring the elbows, bring the hands down. From here, bring the seat back so that when you come up, your legs are like a box. When the toes under the back foot. Sukha Trikonasana. Extend the arms and tip down. The left hand comes down, the right arm comes up. Your shoulders against the knee. If you like, you can take the right arm behind the back, slip your hand in between your thigh and your body, and just roll the thigh outwards. Or you can go further. Take your shoulder down a little bit lower than the line of the knee, so the left arm can come underneath the leg. And then right hand goes over the back. You lock the fingers together, or you catch the right wrist with your left hand and pull your shoulder back. So you're making sure you're not trying to bind over the seat. The bind is just against the back of the thigh, right close to the seat. So you're making sure you're not binding further. You can lift the back knee up off the ground, straighten out the right leg by pushing the right hip up. Eventually maybe your left shoulder, your left leg will straighten out as well by pushing into it with the inside, the back of the shoulder. Up from here, break the pose, come down, and slide your right foot back. So your foot is towards the edge of the mat. If you can, you roll all the way to the right, so you can get the right forearm down. Roll back to your left. You want to have both sides of the hips anchored down equally, and keep pulling your body forward until your hips come down. When your hips anchor down, the rest of the body will follow more easily. If you're very close to the ground, you can bring your arms outside. Eventually your belly and your chest will come right down. Shoulder, the front of the left shoulder's on the foot. If you can't get your hips down, just stay on your hands and just keep on trying to sink through the hips like you're doing a cobra pose. Okay, but keep on pulling your body forward. Be like a lizard, just sunning yourself on a warmer. Try to have your back lower than your knee. Your shin is vertical. Just sunning yourself on a warmer. From here, we're coming back up onto the hands. Pull the left foot in, bend the toes under. I'll do this way so you can see. So your legs are like a box, your front leg at a right angle. Raise your right arm up. And then from here, angle the toe and the knee towards the right. Try to get your arm to come to the outside, the armpit resting on the outside of the knee. Left hand pushes into your right and press firmly into your left hand so the body comes up high. You want to have the belly higher than the thigh. And then the body has more room to spin. The center of the chest comes towards your thumbs. You roll the left shoulder all the way back, turn the face and chest up. Keep pulling the left hip back, telescope the head forward. If you want to take a bind, you can push your seat back. Your elbow comes right up, comes close to the back of the lower leg, and you use your left hand to guide the hand underneath. Left hand goes over the back, you can pull the hand out a little bit more, lock the fingers together, or you can bring the right hand to the left wrist. Last action, take the back knee up off the ground. Again, just work according to your abilities. You can stop at any progression you feel is appropriate for you. Tug on the hands, try to get your chest to turn all the way up. And then come back. So from here, push the right hip back, circle around to facing on the edge of the mat, this way. And then come back up. Arms out to this side, go to the right now. Bring the right foot, turn the right foot forward. Again, go deep. Good. Make sure your knee's not falling in. Keep your knee over the toes. Strong and mighty, embody all the characteristics of a warrior. The strength, the courage, the determination, and the devotion. And the toes forward, bring the back knee down, flatten out the toes. Circle the arms up, asana again. Push your chest up. Radiate your inner light like a crescent, like that crescent moon, reflecting the light of the sun. Good. Hips all the way forward so that you don't have the pressure on the knee so much. And if you're flexible again, you can take your hands back. Your hands come underneath your neck. Bring the foot up if you can. Then you may be able to take hold of the foot. Bring your head back, and the head might eventually rest from the foot. You might be able to bring your hands up, hold your breath. That's why you have to keep your seat low to stay in balance. Eventually rest from the foot. Break the pose. Coming back down and push the right foot in a little bit. Come upright. Legs are like a box, bend the toes under and back foot. Arms out to this side. sit down. Sukha Trikonasana. Straight line from hand to hand. Take the left arm back. You can stay here, or the left hand comes behind the back, and you can bring your hand onto your thigh just against the side body, roll the left thigh out, the right thigh out, or lower down a little bit more, so the shoulders underneath, but lower than the knee, the right arm goes underneath the leg. Catch your left hand, your left wrist with your right hand. Pull the right shoulder back. You want to go further, look down, lift the back knee up off the ground. Try to get your left leg straight at least. The right leg, it doesn't matter if it's not completely straight, eventually you'll get there. If you just push the right hip up as well. Push with the back of the shoulder into the inside of the knee. Break the pose, release the bind. Come forward again, back knee down, and then move the right foot out to the long edge of the mat. Slide your left foot back as far as you can. If you can get, the more you stretch out, the more you come closer to the ground. So just again, fall to your left, try to get your left hip and left forearm to anchor down. Roll back to the right. Keep telescoping your body out of the hips, and see if you can get your hips to anchor down so the rest of the body eventually comes down with it. Feel as though the hips were very, very heavy, made of lead. You get your hips anchored. Settle yourself on a lower verge of the form. Heavy, made of lead. Then come back onto your hands. Slide the right foot back and come upright. So here, so now the legs like a box again. Left arm up. Go to the outside of the right leg. The right hand pushes into your left, so make sure you don't just stay stuck here. You have to push the right hand down into your left so the belly comes higher than the thigh. And then you have more room to spin. Try to keep getting your center of your chest right to the thumbs. Roll the right shoulder back. Elongate the spine before you twist. And if you want, again, you can take your bind, push your seats back. Lots of space between the foot and the seats, so you have more room, more length for the left arm to come underneath the leg. And then maybe lock the fingers together, or hold the right wrist as your left hand. And then you can push the knee up off the ground if you can as well. And then maybe you set an amazing pose. Lots of things happening in this pose. The lengthening, the rotation, the balance, concentration. In this pose, the lengthening, the rotation, the balance, and release. So from here, turn forward, bring the right foot back to meet the left, come into plank position. Move onto your left hand, or move your left hand to the right. On your left hand, left foot, side plank. If you need to, lower your left knee down. If you have more advanced variations, you can go ahead. You can slide the right hand back, spin, flip your hips and chest up. You just spin on your left hand, push your hips all the way forward and up. You can stay in here. Even if you have your left foot anchored down, the inside of the foot down, you can even bring your right knee up. You have to have all your weight on your left hand and left foot. If you have a balance, you can even take hold of the foot. According to your abilities. And have all your weight. Bring your right foot back down. Spin on the heel of the palm. Come back into high plank. Go to the other side now. With the right hand towards the left. Spin towards the left. Arms in a straight line, hips up. Make sure you're not sagging through the hips or dropping to your shoulder. Don't lose your neck. Keep your hips high so you stay strong in the pose. Again, lower the right knee down. Or try your variations. Slide the left toes back. Spin on the heel of your palm. Your foot in the same line as your legs. Don't turn the foot too much. It's about a 45-degree angle. Push your hips all the way forward and up. Match, try to get your hip over your knee. When the inside of that left foot is down,
You're steady on your hand. You can take your left knee up, eventually catch it. Maybe you can extend your leg and catch the foot for your advanced practitioners. And you can take your left knee up, eventually bring the toes back down. Spin on the heel of the palm, back into downward facing dog. And then come forward onto your knees, seat on your heels, forehead down. Breathe in, breathe out, remove all fatigue, all struggles. And the practice is a balance between the strength and drive and effort with the softness and surrender as well. Good. So now let's do headstand perhaps, or if you're not up to headstand, you can just take your seat up over, try to get your seat up over the knees. If it's too much pressure on the back of the head, just move your head forward to more on the top of the head. Try to get your belly button push right through the lower back, the heart to come right through the upper back between your shoulder blades. Now if you want, you can go further. You can take your fingertips on either side of the mat, your fingertips in line through your knees. Lift your seat up, walk your feet towards your hands, and if you want, one of the easiest ways to come to headstand is to come out this way, your chest open, and you bring your one leg back behind you, allow the foot to dangle heavily towards the seat, not high. So if your leg is close to the ground, so if you do fall over, you're already close to the ground. Push in the fingertips, and see if you can just press the heel up and down. So come up off your toes, right onto your tiptoes, and perhaps pull your toes away from the ground. And as you push with your left foot, you might eventually get your feet at the same height of the hips. Keep your legs bent again, so your body finds more balance easily when your legs are bent, when your body's more compact. If, of course, you know how to get full straight legs, you can. Bring your legs up. Those you want to do the lotus, take a lotus. Full straight legs, you can. If it's too much pressure for your head, you can come onto your forearms. Okay, so you can do it. Full straight legs, you can. Actually, make sure your elbows are not too far apart. Your elbows are no more than shoulder width apart. So to come into that, just demonstrate quickly. You have your shoulders and your elbows in line just in front of your knees. Make sure you can hold the elbows easily. Then you bring your hands forward, don't move your elbows. And you bring your head between your palms. And again, you work the same way. If you're less flexible in the hips, it might be a little bit more difficult for you to come up in this pose. If your back tends to round a lot, it might be hard to get up off the ground. So this is why we have the open posture like that. But if this is more easy with you because of the head, the pressure on the head is distributed between your arms, you can try this as well. It's just don't jump too hard. Try not to jump, period. Lift your heel, push into your forearms, hold the breath, and see if the toes will come up off the ground. Peel your toes away. Through the practice, we learn all these little tricks that help us get into the poses more efficiently, more easily. Coming back down, relaxing child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Come up, make your way onto your back. To the front of the mat, so you have lots of mat behind you, and then tuck your chin in, push into your arms, and send your feet behind your head. Tuck your shoulders, bring your shoulders back so you feel your shoulder blades coming together. Join your hands together, your wrists are together, your elbows are close to one another, and then you can bring your hands on your back. You can stay here, or you can bring your knees right down on either side of the head. If you want to go deeper, you can bring your arms, just hug your legs against your
apart. Rest your arms on top of your backs, your knees. And try to get your thighs right against the belly. Your knees eventually might come down right in front of your shoulders to the ground. Thighs right against knees eventually might come down right in front of your can come up into shoulder stand, one leg at a time. Push into the back. Get the toes up in line with your hips and your shoulders. And then eventually the other leg comes up. Push into the back. Advanced practitioners, if you can get your right on top of your shoulders, you might be able to take your arms up off the ground and onto your thighs. Your feet have to be a little bit in front of over the head. Your shoulders, you might be able to take your arms up off the ground and onto your thighs. Your feet have to be a little bit in front of over the head. Going down, your arms behind your back, thumb tips and index fingers together. Hinge at the hips, come down slowly. Your legs stay close to the body as long as possible. Keep your legs straight if you can. Don't come down the big, heavy landing. Exercise control. And then you can stop if you feel comfortable. Your feet halfway down when your seat is on the wrists. Lift your back up off the ground. Pull the elbows in tighter. In towards another. Push your chest up. Bring the top foot down. If it's too much, bring your feet all the way down to the ground. And be very fast on those sniffing dog. And then from here, bring your feet down to the ground. Now, keep your head where it is. Those who want Urdhva Dandasana, take your fingertips on either side of the head. Push into your feet, lift your seat. And bring your head a little bit behind your hands a little bit more. Turn your hands around, fingers facing towards the heels, and slightly turned outwards. You can stay with your head on the ground, or lift your head up. And lift up your heels. If it's too much, do bridge pose. Keep the back of the head and your shoulders on the mat. And this is a really good pose for working your stamina. Try to straighten your arms, bring your chest forward in front of your arms. And then from here, lower down. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out, all fatigue. Good. Imagine you're fainting. Now bring the knees up towards your shoulders. Your shins, or press into your shins and just press your back into the ground. You can roll back and forth a bit. Take hold of the edges of the feet, happy baby pose. Try to get your knees down to the ground, even just one at a time. Maybe eventually both knees come down. Right beside your body, their heels are in line with your backs, your knees. And from here, slide your hands inside the heels, and then bring your feet on either side of the body in line with the shoulders. Keep your sacrum down. If it's too much, you can bring your hands closer in on your shin, on the backs of your legs, somewhere on the backs of the lower legs or the thighs even, and just continue to press down. Don't overstretch, don't go to a place again of pain or suffering. And bring the knees back, or the feet back up. Bend your knees, shins level with the ground. Bounce your hips over towards the left, and bring your knees down to the right. You can use your right hand to guide the knees down, push them towards the ground. And move the knees so that you can feel a stretch all along the back body, from the base of the spine all the way up. Make sure that the left shoulder is not popping up or turned up. Press the back of the shoulder down. sit bones to the front end of the mat. Come back to the center. Bounce your hips a few inches to the right. Lower your feet down to your left. Okay, you can use your left hand to hold the knees down and reposition the knees. So can you feel a nice elongation all the way down through the lower back, right to the base of the spine. Chest is fully open. Come back. Shavasana. Allow the legs to extend in front. Allow the feet to fall away from one another. Separate at least the width of the mat. Your arms come closer in, but hands still resting beyond the edges of the mat, about a foot away from the body. Palms are up in a gesture of receiving. Be receptive to all the incoming gifts of the practice. Imagine you're being flooded, just like wave coming onto the beach. Imagine the best coming into the body and allow it to fill your whole being with it. Infuse yourself with that goodness. Keep imagining all those incoming benefits going right directly to the spiritual heart. Use your attention to draw it there. And as God is residing there, and God is equally present in all beings, all those benefits when it comes into spiritual heart goes to all beings everywhere. And as God is residing there, and God is equally present in all beings, everything that you have, people need to share. And as God is residing there, and God is keep on thinking of the practice and offering every time you step onto the mat and even when you go into your day-to-day lives, in all your interactions. Act in a way that it's like an offering. And when you go into your day-to-day lives, imparting goodness, imparting compassion and love to all beings, not just those who are easy to love, not just your family and friends, those who are close to you, all beings. Compassion are a divine reflection of God's grace and magnificence and beauty. All beings. Compassion are a divine. All beings. Remember that there are beings coming into existence at all times. They all start. So whoever you encounter there at different points in their path, seeing if they're not acting in a way that's consistent with the ethical rules. It's just that they have yet to find their way there. They're just evolving just as we did, just as we got here. Not acting is just being in a way that's consistent with your love to all beings. Just as we did, just as we got here. Art and knowledge that helps them to break the patterns that cause pain and suffering. To all beings. So now let's take that intention out into our day-to-day lives. Prepare patterns that cause pain and suffering. To all beings. So now let's take that as mindful. It doesn't disrupt the calm and the tranquility that we created through the practice. So now let's take that practice with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Instill the peace within and send it out to all beings.